Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Thursday, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. NVDA earnings out yesterday afternoon, gapping up at the open, likely here today. You can see the effect on the broader markets here with the ES already up. Nearly 40 points here today, 33.5 points of range. And we can see that an initial breakout through the 5-day narrow range is now occurring, and that could lead to a bit more strength to the upside here today. We mentioned before that 5,400 could be the next level up as this market continues to trade off the 5,000 level toward 5,400 for that 400-point market structure move. We could see a continuation toward that level, perhaps not all today, but over the course of the next several days here. Narrow 5-day range here. If we quantify this range right now, the expectation would be for at least 135 to 150 points of range up ahead. So right here, the previous session was pointing at 135 points. That would be the expectation, and then we can take that from today's breakout low. So the low here of 53.34 plus 135, you're looking at 54.70, right in that zone if I'm doing rough math the right way. So 54.70 could be the upside target. Now keep in mind, if we do get an upside break here and a massive rejection occurs, we could be looking at a move in the opposite direction. Again, right now this is a very bullish overall trend, failed new lows along the way. Everything suggests more upside until proven otherwise. And as of right now, we're looking at a continuation toward 5,400 and beyond until proven otherwise. Now, if we take a look here at the NQ, similar price action. Again, NVIDIA coming out with earnings, and you can see the effect here with the NQ basically gapping up here at the after hours reopen, running to the upside at the moment. 93% of ADR already, 163 points of range, and continuing higher, is now topping 19,000. 19,000 for the first time, and approaching further upside levels. The next key range level here would be 19,221.5 by way of the large key range back here. So the breakout through the top of the key range occurred right here, and we've been working higher ever since. So this market remains in an uptrending mode here over the recent few weeks and this month especially, and no slowing down just yet as this market continues to show strength. 19,221.5 could be the next near-term target to the upside. Looking at crude oil, crude has been back and forth here within this 3-point range for now 16 days. 77, very clear support. You can see right here, 77s. And we've gotten a little bit below it on 3 occasions, including today. And 80 has been the upper end of this range. 3 points for 16 straight days. Today, a failed new low already developing in after hours and pre-market trading with a strong push to the upside. Could be looking at a full continuation to the upside off these lows, which could take us to an outside day up. Now, from an intraday perspective, price needs to get through the 78.50 zone. That's where weekly VWAP has been downtrending all week. Weekly VWAP has gone offered all week at that zone. So 78.40, 78.46 would be that precise level, and if price can get through that zone, it starts to open up some upside here up ahead. So as of right now, this market still poised to make a move back up within the range, but remains range bound with a downward bias overall, and really has struggled to see any kind of strength beyond 80 right now. And so you can see this downtrending trend line here, this downtrending channel, and at some point a violation at 76.50, 77, that zone could open up a drop into the lower 70s up ahead, especially if the market continues to fail at 80. For right now, we have this clear range, and we could be going back higher within this range until proven otherwise. Looking at gold futures, Gold right now down about 1% at the moment. Had a pretty significant stop run day in the previous session here and a pullback toward the 2360 level. A level that was reached very quickly. We talked about the potential of that on this day. It did close too close to the midpoint, and the very next day was showing a failed new low. But you can see how quickly this move materialized into the 2360 target that we initially identified there. This market has developed a large trading range here that spans from about 2280 up to the 2360 level, and these recent highs kind of come right into that zone here. 2280 here and 2360, not quite the middle of the zone, but very clear level toward the center of this range here. So again, this could become an area where a bounce point occurs, a failure here, and you're working your way back toward 2280, which then could become a bounce point itself. So this market remains within an overall bullish trend and is also developing a large trading range at the highs with an upward bias. Taking a look here at the YM. Now the YM showing some strength as well this morning. Quite a bit of upside so far, and for the most part, that's not the YM, that's ZN. The YM is here. You can see this thing kind of fell in the previous session late in the day, but is starting to work its way back. It is now currently above the previous session's midpoint. That could provide some juice to the upside here today. The previous session's midpoint is 851, 39,851. We're currently above it. Bulls want to keep prices above that zone and that level for a continuation back toward 40,000. At the moment, you know, we saw kind of this narrow 4-day range broken to the downside late yesterday in the final hour or two of the day. And at the moment, you know, this could become a failed breakdown that leads to an upside swing move through the highs. So again, this market right now trying to stay above the previous session's midpoint for a continuation back toward 40K and beyond. Now a quick look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now up marginally at the moment. Failed new low developing here early on in the session, especially after the recent squeeze. We got our 10,000 point move, and we could be looking at much more upside here ahead, especially with the potential for Ethereum spot ETF, which could be approved as soon as today. This could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of move. So once it is approved, or one of the 5 is approved, perhaps we see some sort of pullback that could occur. But on the whole here, this market remains within an upward bias. And a push through the previous session's midpoint here at 7210, 70,210 could open up an outside day up back towards 71.5. So again, this market remains within an uptrend. Failed new low could continue to extend this move. Ethereum up another 5.5% today. Again, on the potential for an approval of at least one of the 5 ETFs right away. This breakout move right now is working its way toward 4,000. The upside push off 2,900 has been significant, has made the first 700 point move. The next 700 point move takes you from 3,600 up to 4,300. So we're looking for a continuation of this market into 4,300 above, which would be a new high for the year. So looking for this market to continue to stretch and extend toward 4,300 in the near term. Based off of this larger key range back here, 5,200 would be the target down the road here once a massive breakout through the upper end of that range occurs. 41.38.5 is the top end of that range. If we can start to break through that level, it opens up 5,200 down the road. So very, very bullish here out of ETH. We'll see if this move continues to extend toward those targets. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trader room. Take care.